Okay, welcome back. Today we are on 608 coming out of Painesville. I just stopped and put all the cameras on. We're going to do something a little bit different today. I was made fun of immensely by my fiance. She was laughing through most of my last video despite all my editing and my cutting. And I asked her, well, why are you laughing so much if it's so bad? She goes, because it's that terrible. So my skills are not all that great yet. So I thought instead of having all those fillers like and I say a lot, I will try to write down what I'm going to say. That way it'll be a little bit scripted. And so I did that twice over the last couple of days. I wrote two different there it is. I wrote two different soliloquies to deliver. One was a little bit more upbeat, where I tried a lot of dad jokes, and the second one is a little deeper. And I thought, since I have a background in literature and in English, maybe I would try my hand at something that's a little more flowery or alliterative or thought-provoking, contemplative. And while writing comes a lot easier to me, I don't have any bullets, and on the bike, I'm so used to just being in the zone on the bike. I'm not used to talking a lot unless I'm, talking to Melissa. It's more just riding, and you're out there in the open. You have to be hyper aware. I always say it's like cooking naked. You have to be, constantly aware. You don't want to burn yourself. So Hemingway once wrote that you have to write what you know. And I'm not sure those are exact words or not, but he says write what you know. And I think in motovlogging, I'm sure, in life and everything, I think that should apply. So I sat down and I brainstormed, and I thought, what do I know? I know a little about a lot of things, sort of a jack of all trades, a master of nothing. Although, we won't go there. I do have a master's degree. But what I know is I know how to ruin things. And I know how to ruin things, and I know how to quit things. I know how to ruin things for other people. I know how to ruin things for myself. I know how to quit just about everything there is to quit. And those seem like strange superpowers to have. And you would be right, but I don't think it's all that bad. You have to know how to quit things in life. You don't necessarily have to know how to ruin things, but you have to know how to quit things. You have to know how to quit a job that you don't like. You have to know how to get out of a relationship you don't want to be in. You have to know how to quit bad habits that you're leaning on too much. I had a lot of help from some grizzled old losers themselves, and I use that term affectionately, on how to lose. People who have lost things, that are unthinkable things, unimaginable things that I don't want to think about losing, that I don't want to dwell on. And so while I think that I know how to quit things and I know how to ruin things, knowing how to lose with grace, or just knowing how to lose in general, is more difficult. It's more, I have not mastered that, but I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at accepting the things I have lost at, and the things that I have lost in life. People, whether it be people or pets or, careers that, I lost, or just public opinion that I've lost, or love or friends, any of those things that I've lost in the past. I feel very blessed right now. It's pretty good. Life is pretty good. But while I'm getting better at it, I'm certainly not the best. I'm getting lots of looks. I don't know if it's a camera or what. I am not a small person, so it's probably some of it. At one time in my life, I found myself in a long-term substitute position at a high school in front of a group of, let's not come out. Okay, good man. Hold on. Let's start out again. No, let's just keep going. Long-term substitute position, and I was delivering a writing prompt to a group of seniors, and it was, you know, detail or describe your indomitable will or your indomitable spirit, your unconquerable will. Describe that, you know, for me in an essay. I don't remember the exact details of the prompt. It was many years ago, but the regular teacher really, really wanted that assignment to be done. It was one of his favorites, and it, you know, it sort of made me uncomfortable, and I didn't really know why, but now I know that it made me uncomfortable because it eliminated choice from the equation. And I didn't know back then the reason any more than the students, you know, those 18-year-old kids knew why they were able to so easily identify their indomitable will and their unconquerable spirit. You know, how they were able to just, you know, type on for pages and, you know, beaming with pride. And I don't consider myself a cynic, so I mean, it was good writing. I just, you know, focused on the mechanics of it and everything, not necessarily thematic, because there's no wrong answers there. But it made me really uncomfortable. They hadn't really lived, I think. And to be unconquerable to me, to be indomitable, we don't even have the word domitable in our language. I mean, we have humble, we have conquerable, but I mean, that's a mouthful. We don't really go around saying, I'm a conquerable person. You know, you say you're a fallible person or you're a humble person. You know, that this is a conquerable scenario, but typically conquerable is used in a positive light. It seems more finite to be conquered, to be dominated. What happens then? I mean, to be conquered, to me, would you live on? Would you live on under the, you know, thumb of whoever conquered you or whoever beat you? Would you submit to, you know, blind authority? Would you, you know, or would you bite the hand that feeds? Would you die? Would you, you know, and that is a choice people make sometimes. I mean, they choose to die rather than go to prison. They choose to die for their country. They choose to die for love. There's a famous, you know, mantra among, you know, the hardy, you know, basically military folk, that you have to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I find that is true of life too. Just like how I'm uncomfortable now because I just messed up. But I have to be comfortable with that feeling, and I have to get back. Everyone makes mistakes. You have to recenter. You have to get back on track. But I find that in life too, you have to become comfortable with losing. The older you get, the more you lose. To reach old age, you have to lose things. You lose your health. You lose, you know, your confidence. You lose your physical ability. You lose family. You lose friends. Some people lose hope. I do not remember my final paragraph. It was more eloquent than that. I may pull over and, you know, then read it. I know it's cheating, but I think I'm going to do it. So I'm not so sure popular counterculture has embraced loss or being a loser as much as they've led you to believe. What they've embraced is the carelessness of youth. We've glorified the reckless, glamorized instant gratification. Maybe we should do our best to remember more losers than the winners. win at all costs. That's what our society is. I think we could stand to remember more of the losers.